Ladies and gentlemen, Niger Republic has carried out multiple strikes recently, and one of the decisive catch in this multiple strike that have been launched recently is a guy called Tinder. I'd like to tell you a little story about Tinder. Tinder was the younger brother of Abu Fatima in northern Nigeria, the northwestern part of Nigeria in Katsina State. So Tinder happens to be a guy that once worked for the Islamic State in West African province in Nigeria that is popularly known as ISWAP. Then he further moved to ISSP, which is the IS in the Sahel province where he operates. He has been on the radar of the Nigerian reconnaissance for quite a while, and the capabilities of Niger recently has just been taking one notch up the scale again with the acquisition of the Aksongo drone, which gives them this maneuverability and which gives them that ability to be able to strike any target at anywhere within the Nigerian airspace, maybe even outside the Nigerian airspace. We can't tell. Now, given the realities on the ground and what has been happening in Niger recently, most especially in the Agadez region and in the Tillaberi region, knowing fully well that Agadez has always been a kinetic region, and more likely the Tillaberi region, because the IS Sahel have been trying to stake their claim on the Tillaberi region. So Niger actually launched multiple strikes, and they actually pulled in some ground incursion from the infantries, and they were able to neutralize Tinder in one of this operation, which is a very, very big plus to the Nigerian Armed Forces, because the role of Tinder is not some role that can just be replaced. Like they say, there are men and there are men. Based on the repertoire of Tinder, this is a man that got his reputation in blood and steel. This is a man that can really stand his ground and really maintain a very, very strong reputation for himself. We have the receipts here. These were the things that were recovered when the Nigerian Armed Forces actually liberated Tinder, and there were other multiple operations. And in this operation, based on reports we are getting, they said more than 45 of these insurgent elements were being neutralized, both with the ground capabilities, and multiple of them were actually annihilated with the help of the TNTs that were dropped from the drone, precisely. So moving forward, also in Niger, the reason why Niger has been doing this whole clear outs at a very, very different scale is because Niger now are moving towards opening a new refinery that is going to be able to produce 100,000 barrels of oil. Definitely, we know the Chinese petroleum company still works in Niger. Niger has been going back and forth with this company, and this is the company that supplies Togo. But there are so many oil sites in Niger Republic, and Niger Republic is trying to exploit this God-given wealth. Now, one of the things that Niger Republic said when they were questioned about what they wanted to achieve with this 100,000 barrel capabilities per day, they said, given the need of pressing concern of the Sahel state, that it is only imperative that they move at this point in time in a very timely fashion to be able to achieve, the creation of this refinery, so as to be able to alleviate the condition of the Sahel state, most especially in Mali. And the way they work is shared interest. The interest of Mali right now is to have hydrocarbon sovereignty. So if Niger can, give a buffer from that to that effect, definitely they'll be more than, happy to apply where needed. And apart from that, this is just like a temporary solution pending the time the nuclear reactors will be constructed, most especially the number one nuclear reactor will be constructed in Niger, then to Burkina Faso, then probably to Mali. So I mean, it's just this is the corner. You know, sometimes you have to turn the corner before you get to the home straight. So I think this is the corner for the Sahel states. Definitely, you know, one of the things that we actually let us know that these guys are doing a very, very phenomenal job is because President Duma of Botswana and Netumbo Nandi of Namibia are really looking up to these guys, even though they are young, and the Dumas and the Netumbo Nandi are older. They are looking up to what they are doing in the Sahel. You know, the fight for freedom in the Sahel is actually one of bravery and heroism, and we all are truly inspired by this movement at this point in time in our lifetime. So now the second information is this whole tension that has been going on along the northern border of Ghana and Burkina Faso. So a lot of people did not really understand what has been going on between Ghana and Burkina Faso recently, which has really made tension escalate to an unprecedented level back in time. And this was because of the propaganda that was being spread by some malicious forces from Ivory Coast about the situation going on in northern Ghana and the southern part of Burkina Faso. Now, what is this thing going on? You know, there was a time there was a blockade of transportation, most especially trucks that were transferring heavy, you know, items, that were transferring, you know, heavy logistical machineries. So why was, and according to people, they said Burkina Faso just restricted the Ghanaians. No, Captain Ibrahim Traore has said something. For every road that has been created in Burkina Faso, they were created for a particular amount of weight. So every road is for the roads to last. You can't carry a road that is supposed to carry a 50 kilogram. You can't be carrying a 150 kilogram and expect that road not to have potholes in weeks, even in months. That is why we have a lot of people, a lot of government after government, they come, they say they are constructing roads, the same road time and time again. It is because even the civilians don't understand how to maintain this road so that the longevity and, you know, the warranties of this road can actually, you know, give us some level of credibility and durability. So just for a lot of people that does not understand what was going on and thought maybe it was a tension that was escalating between, you know, Ghana and Burkina Faso. No, nothing was happening. President John Dramani Mahama has actually come out and he has addressed this this propaganda that a lot of malicious sources have been trying to put out there. And if you look at in his address, you know, he actually said a lot. So ladies and gentlemen, without no further ado, I want us to watch this video.
Load their trucks and destroy the roads in 3 to 5 years. We've seen new roads that are built, and once these trucks that are overloaded pass on them, within 3 to 5 years the road is finished. Recently, Burkina Faso have implemented a new weight regulation, and so your trailer must not be longer than a certain length. It must not be wider than a certain length. And you know what is happening? Trucks load from Takrady and from Teman and overload. When they get to Burkina Faso border, they cannot enter because of the regulation the Burkinabes have introduced. So they bring 3 trucks from Burkina Faso and offload 1 truck into 3 trucks before they can enter Burkina Faso. There are trucks in this country that load 120 tons when the maximum load is supposed to be 50 tons. There is no road you can construct that will stand 20 tons per truck. And so I've told the roads minister, and it's going to be announced firmly in the budget. We'll consult the drivers union, the transporters. We must implement weight restrictions so that the roads that we build can last. And so next year we're going to introduce strict weight limitations so that these investments that we're making in our road sector would last for a lifetime. We are not going to waste taxpayers' money repairing these roads only for people who want to make as much money as possible to load 120 tons on a road. and destroy that road within a short time. And so I'm just sending a signal. We're going to engage the stakeholders in the sector in order that we enforce the weight limits for our trucks so that they don't overload and destroy our roads.
Now you can see that this is a collaboration. This is a mutual understanding between two very intelligent presidents. You know, Dramani Mahama has proved to me so far so good from, you know, even his speech at the United Nations General Assembly in New York. He really proved to me that he's a very intelligent president. You know, Ghana has always produced some very inspiring and very intelligent people, you know, but I think after Sankara, I'm seeing Ibrahim Traore for the first time in Burkina Faso. Well, my question is, if a lot of people are looking at, you know, given the precedence of what is going on in Africa right now and looking at different realities, can we say safely and respectfully that the young presidents in Africa, they do better than the older presidents? You know, they do better than the older president. And let me just take a little bit of digression. To the people of Cameroon that has actually been celebrating and all of that, I don't think I see a big difference between Paul Biya and this new president that just came into power. Okay, I think Paul Biya is old, and I think people are saturated with seeing the face of Paul Biya. I think his family members are even saturated. They're tired of him. They want him to go back home and rest. Now the new president that is coming in is equally as old. So what are we talking about? The question is, the billion-dollar question is still, ain't there no young, you know, person that carries enough credibility to go out there and get a job done for the Cameroonian people, right? Though the Cameroonians actually fought for this particular election, though there have been speculation that the election has been rigged in favor of Paul Biya, a lot of things are going on, but we'll wait and see. So ladies and gentlemen, in the last episode of today, I'll be telling you about an operation that was carried out in the northern Burkina Faso, where the Cossack team of the Burkinabe Assault Brigade has just been able to liberate two highly contested super kinetic territories. And they didn't liberate this territory just for the sake of liberating. You know, some of the Burkinabe Armed Forces actually sustained bullet wounds, but given the capabilities of the JNIM, that has actually been taken up to a whole new level by the realities of what their spenders and funders are seeing on the line of contact. You know, the Burkinabe Cossack team, they were still able to go out there and pull a very devastating job. You know, I've seen the Ghost team right now. We've seen the Force Attack team. This is the first time I'm hearing about the Cossack. And from the drone image you can see right here, these are the Cossack team returning back from this territory. Now, for the fact that they are returning, it doesn't mean the place is empty. They've actually sent in a containment force that are going to be stabilizing and maintaining tranquility for now. So that is all we have for now. We'll see you later in the day when I'm back. It's your boy 7200 signing out. Enough said. Before I go, if you're new on the channel, kindly do well to click the like, share, and subscribe button. And if you're feeling generous, you can give us a comment in the comment section below. And I want to appreciate everybody that belongs to the Android community. You are really incredible. It's such a blessing that you're coming to my life. I don't know what I could have done without you guys. I need to be honest with you. You all made Android who Android was. It's a lifelong dream for me. You know, even though I'm a medical professional, I was never fulfilled. I was never, you know, I never had this job satisfaction. I wanted to be a voice that can actually cause great change. I don't want to be in one hidden place, you know. Yeah, even though I'm saving life, I don't just want it to be limited to that. I want to reach out to a lot of people. I want people to get inspired through me, and I want to hope that so far so good, I have not caused division, that I've been able to inspire you all. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.